can't speak your dialect. How is that possible? You lie a lot.
It's the fakery for me. It's the fakery.
So I had this conversation with your friend, you said no. So why am I the best person for you to come and tell about your friend? That says a lot about you.
Yes. She also stabbed me in the back. What did she do?
My people, see, before I start this video, I just want to pray for each and every one of us. Because from what I just watched, God. See, we need prayers because there are so many friend enemies that are within us that we do not know. So bow your heads and let us pray. Any form of Dr. Rummel in our life, existing around us, between us, anywhere he is, as far as we think he's a friend or she's a friend, and they're around us, Father, expose them. Like, this is a prayer point. People should start praying. No? You think this is a small prayer point, but it is a mighty prayer point. What did I just watch in this episode? Like, each episode I just keep opening my mouth and I'm like, wow, are you serious? Is this for real? And the good thing about this is that this is actually people's reality. Like, you get to watch this and in my head I'm like, this actually happens. This have happened to me. Like, I can really understand, I can really relate with what is happening, with what they are showing us. Dr. Rummel, and to think that this guy is an evil guy. That is the one that is even pissing me off the most. I did not know that this guy is actually Nigerian. I don't know for whatever reason why I did not think that this guy could be in Nigeria. But knowing now that he's not just in Nigeria, he's an Igbo guy. Or did I mix it up? Please, can someone please please tell me that he's not an Igbo guy, because this guy is an embarrassment. Like, how? How can you disgrace us like that? How can you, Dr. Rummel? Hey, my heart is bleeding at this point in time because this guy embarrassed me, embarrassed the male gender. If it was a lady that was doing all that Dr. Rummel is doing, in my head, I'm like, okay, we ladies, we have our own problem. But a guy, truly, you know, they say guys gossip the most. Truly, Dr. Rummel has come to prove to us that guys are the worst gossips. Because how can a full grown ass adult, a guy, be involving himself in ass licking, trying to get some sort of pleasantries or trying to get some sort of favors from certain housewives? Like, make it make sense. How can Dr. Rummel be this careless? How can he be behaving like a child? I think there are even children that are even way more mature than Dr. Rummel. For whatever reason, I do not know how Dr. Rummel got himself into this mess. Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please kindly subscribe. Comment. Let me know your comments in the comment section, please. What are your thoughts? I'm hoping that by now you've actually watched this current episode of the Housewives of Lagos. Please let me know what you think about this current or this particular episode, because I am still in wow, I'm still in confusion, I'm still in like, oh, like my mouth are still open, like I can't believe what is actually happening. So let me know in the comment section what you think. I feel like this episode of The Housewife will just be focusing on Dr. Rummel. First and foremost, see, it's one. I'm not saying that you would not have misunderstanding with friends. Yes, Dr. Rummel and Faith might have had their issues during the whole planning thing. I'm not trying to push that aside. But for the fact that Dr. Rummel knew that Faith had issues with the other ladies was what actually pissed me off the most. Because when he actually came into the resort, Iyabo had already told him, giving him like a lowdown of what actually happened. And then he felt like that was just the best time to actually wash down his friend. Bear in mind that it is actually Faith that introduced him to this clique. You might have had your misunderstanding, you might have had your problems with Faith. Yes, the organization of the whole Botox party might not have gone well. Maybe she did something really unfair to you or whatever. But it is expected as a friend that whatever the problem is, maybe you might give her some time so that maybe all the angers, tempers will die down. Then you can now talk to her, all of that and all of that. But for you, that is Dr. Rummel, to actually think that it was the best time to actually bring up whatever had transpired between them to the table was what made me start. I just started looking at Dr. Rummel like, Are you okay, guy? Like, what exactly is it? First and foremost, why are you trying to bring down your friend in front of these people you met some seconds ago? You have known Faith, I don't know how long, but from the way people were having your conversations, it's as though you people have known yourselves for a very long time. And bear in mind that I think it was actually in episode 1 or episode 2 when Faith actually tried to tell him about how the ladies treated her. He was like, oh, I'm always there for you and all of that. And now seeing that he's now trying to turn his back now on Faith, you had a misunderstanding with Faith. Yabo now came to you and explained to you, okay, that Faith really messed up, or Faith was this and this and that. And then you now felt it was the best opportunity to say, oh, that Faith is a fake friend. Like, to someone that you just met some seconds ago, you're not trying to bring down your friend, saying your friend is fake. Like, when he was actually saying that in my head, I'm like, are you serious? Is this how people kiss asses? Just so that they can gain some sort of favor? Maybe he has actually gone to browse about Iyabo and seen that, oh, Iyabo is a big person and all of that. So he decides, okay, let me actually take a stand on one person. And that's how this guy went ahead to run down Faith, telling her so many nasty things. Now, Iyabo gets to invite Dr. Rummel and Tiana to a poetry class or whatever. And then Yabo had to leave the two of them. Next thing that we are seeing Dr. Rummel actually trying again to wash down Faith in Tiana's presence. And I love that Tiana was so mature. Like, the new Tiana I'm seeing in this season, in this particular season, yes, I'm so excited. Like, she doesn't want to get herself involved in drama. She just wants to live a drama-free life and be happy at the same time. I love all her confessions, everything she was saying concerning Dr. Rummel. Like, you can't be telling me these kind of things. If you have a problem with your friend Faith, have you talked to her? Have you spoken to her? Have you called her? So why are you telling me? Why are you trying to involve me? Tiana said they should go to police station and actually settle their rift. It doesn't make any sort of sense. You don't know me from anywhere. I don't know you as well. You've known Faith for only God knows how long, and then you now decide to start telling me, okay, Faith is fake, Faith did not contribute towards the Botox party and all of that. Like, why are you telling me this? Why exactly are you telling me this? To think that your friend, your so-called friend Faith, was actually having a clash with almost all the ladies, and instead of you coming and actually trying to be by her side, you're now trying to actually castigate Faith. It made no sort of sense. Like, I'm so happy with Tiana's response. Tiana was not even ready to have it. Tiana just said, go and speak to her. And then the next thing is, the show is here. Before they even got into the whole Iyabo's party, Faith decided to actually have a conversation with Chioma. First and foremost, they actually blame Faith for this particular scene, because tell me why you invite somebody out and then just the both of you, like nothing serious, and then we are seeing Chioma coming 1 hour 30 minutes late. We see Faith actually sitting down there, and then later on we now see Chioma walking in. I don't really get the way these women don't even keep to time. The way they don't respect themselves is what I don't really get. And then I also blame Faith for not taking a stand. And Choma actually said it. Like, if you feel you don't want these ladies to actually talk to you about your friend or how your friendship with Laura is, then you should actually stick to it. But you saying, okay, I don't like it, and then you're now going behind again and trying to get what one or two people are saying, I feel that was where Faith actually had it or got it wrong. Like, stick to what you want. I'm not going to discuss my friendship with the nature of my friendship with Laura to any of you ladies. Like, I feel that is what Faith would have done, but for whatever reason she decided to actually, maybe she was just trying to get people that will be by her side. Maybe that's what she was trying to do. I don't really blame her. And then Chioma, we could see very well that Chioma really knew that Faith had a say. Faith had a point, but because she has Iyabo by her side, she couldn't even just agree to what Faith was saying. Then next thing is now the whole dinner thing. We see Faith going to apologize to Iyabo. Iyabo is God. See, at this point in time, I'm even tired of even saying, Iyabo, you're old for some of these things. Like, it's crazy the things that she does. If it was her daughter that was doing this, I would not even understand. To think that Iyabo's daughter and Faith actually were partnering to do something, and then we now see Iyabo misbehaving like this. I don't even know what to even say about it. Like, behaving childish in front of your friend's business partner. It made no sense at all. Faith tried to apologize to Iyabo for what must have transpired. I don't even think Faith owed her an explanation or an apology, if you really ask me, because Iyabo was really, really stooped so low. If you want to address somebody, you call the person by the name, not hey. What is hey? Is she a dog? Like, it made no sort of sense at all. And then when Faith was trying to apologize, see the way what's her name, Yabo was just rolling her eyes, and she was just like, Faith was even irritating her. In my head, I'm like, oh God, Faith, you shouldn't have just even done this. You shouldn't. But I understand courtesy. This is Yabo's event, so courtesy demands that you have to be nice to the host and all of that. Well, fine and good. And then they now had to play a game. So this game, this particular scene, it was just so funny. Like, this game, it had to do with I think that it's like proverbs were written on papers, and then to explain it or interpret it in their own dialect. So all of them actually tried to speak it in their own dialect, but Faith was not able to speak it in her dialect. According to her, she can't speak her dialect, and then everybody had one or two things to say. See, I don't really get it though. I don't really get it. It's not everybody that can speak their dialect. Even me myself, I'm not fluent in my dialect. But they had one or two things to say. They say, hey, Faith has stayed in Port Harcourt for how many years? 18 years, and she has an African mother, so she should be able to speak her dialect. In my head, I'm like, I don't understand. And so, because she has an African mother, is it everybody in Nigeria that has an African mother that can speak, or a Nigerian mother that can speak their dialect? I have a Nigerian, I'm full blood, like full-blooded Igbo girl. I go to my village like almost every year, but still I'm not fluent in speaking Igbo. So I don't really get why they felt she was fake. But even if she said she's not even going to speak it, is it by force? Like anything Faith does, even the air Faith is breathing, they have a problem with it. They always have one thing or the other to say because it is Faith. In my head, I'm like, girls, I be women. People should just take a breath. Like, just rest. I beg, leave this woman alone. And then that one ended. We're now seeing Dr. Rummel come up again with the whole Faith issue. How Faith is not just a real friend or a true friend and all that. And what I loved about it the most, oh God, like if I can have the composure, should I even say the composure or the attitude of Faith? See, I think I'll go so many places, because as Dr. Rummel was spilling his bullshit, Faith was just pressing her phone, even if maybe she had nothing doing on her phone. But for the fact that she was pressing her phone and did like, oh, not body is talking, like nothing is talking, was what really made me excited. We could see Yabo actually looking at Faith with her side eyes, like I'm sure in her mind is like, she's like, is this guy not talking to you and you're not even responding? You're there pressing you. I'm sure that was what was going through Yabo's mind. But Faith kept mute. Faith didn't even say anything. She didn't even debunk. She didn't even accept. She didn't even refuse. She just kept completely mute and did not even say anything. Dr. Rummel kept talking and talking and talking. Then Chema just had to indirectly shut him up and say, you know what, two of you should go and have your discussions later. Like, Dr. Rummel is just an embarrassment, if you ask me. Like, you shouldn't be doing this. See, this is your friend. This is somebody that introduced you to this group. So it's really so unfair that you have to come and castigate your friend, tell the world about your friend because they are trying to welcome you in, or because you're trying to kiss asses. I don't get it. And I think this particular episode was just all about Dr. Rummel, because he was really, really an ass. Tanya at the same week has just been a furniture, if you ask me. I was expecting more from Tanya, but she's just there. Miriam at the same time is still an ass. She's still trying to give us that mean girl-ish, and that's her problem. Who else again? Tiana. I'm loving Tiana this season. I'm loving everything about Tiana so far. Yabo has been an ass. Laura came later on, and so far she has been with Faith, and everything is just there, if you ask me. But Dr. Rummel, ass, period. Period on caps lock. Period on caps lock. If it is Chova, if it is J Coco, that is period on caps lock. Ass is what Dr. Rummel is. So let me know in the comment section what you think about this episode of The Real Housewives of Lagos. I'll see you in my next video, and bye.